Hello and welcome. Why join? Nature is the answer, also known as NITA, the quote-unquote movement. It's simple. Do you want to unify around principles? Are you pro-humanity, pro-truth? Do you have a voice to share? Do you do your best to do the right thing? Do you want to? Do you want to connect with others and find your destiny? Do you want to be inspired to be the change in the world yourself? Do you want to create conversation? Do you want to help others? If you answered yes to any of those questions, simply put, I think that's great. However, NITA is not about me. You may have interpretations of the world of your own. If we seek to understand each other, we are seeking unity. If we seek to change the world, we must have unity. Instead of pointing the fingers at everyone and everything around us, how about we start taking action ourselves? For the better world we all want to live in. However, what is the right actions to take? And what is the better world to live in? How do we take action for ourselves? How do we live our best lives, doing as we were born to do? Is it hard to do this? Well, the answer to any of those questions is that nature is the answer. We see this through a multitude of factors that intertwine with the already asked questions, often going alongside the many desires for change within our world at any given moment. Nature is the answer is often symbolically phrased for the active promotion of the lost, the truth, and the present. An example of this would be learning from the past or upholding helpful principles from generation to generation. Nature is the answer is also a question when many don't know what the NITA movement is. Therefore, naturally creating conversation within itself on the pursuit for us all seeking answers. Our world, however, has many answers for us to understand and messages to decode and listen to. For this reason, the following is perhaps just some of the reasons why one may believe nature is the answer. You do not have to agree upon each of the following. However, may you seek to understand. Number 1, due to the denaturing of our world, or being unable to find our true selves or the truth as a whole. Number 2, due to the great healing power of nature, the ancient medicine used for thousands of years. Number 3, due to the simplicity of nature, living more free from the stresses of modern confusion in life, fulfilling simple needs such as food, water, love, and family. Number 4, due to the natural law being violated and not understood, as being considered the hidden knowledge, although it is the law of the land as inherent conditions that cannot be changed and are not created by humankind. It includes all human beings, no matter where you live or what time you live in. The natural law is also considered moral law, God's law, karmic law, the golden rule, the law of cause and effect, or the law of attraction, therefore giving way to common sense, morality, and critical thinking. Number 5, due to how we may better understand behavior and consequences to actions. As one may say, the quote-unquote nature of any one thing is what that one thing is intended to do. Number 6, due to the fact through use of our understanding, we may harmonize ourselves to the real change that must be done that is indisputable, eternal, universal, innate, and natural, being that it is through nature and of the truth. Number 7, due to how nature is seen as universal through being depicted as God or any deity or the representation of such. Number 8, due to the growing need upon lessening government demands and implications within society. Number 9, due to the maintaining the simple ability to do as born or intended. Number 10, due to the growing need to uphold human and natural rights. Based on these reasons, we may also break down the phrase nature is the answer. Nature meaning God and or innate and or world or universe. Or through the lens of it being an answer as the intended or righteous. Whereas answer may mean solution and or alternative and or fulfillment. Some of the understandings that may be able to be made includes the fact that Number 1, we can learn from all of the past and the many who devoted their life for us to live on. 2, we are born to create if we care to do so. 3, given direction, people are able to lead themselves and they know themselves best. 4, we are a reflection and through our mentalities we have the power to control the world we live in and all that we see throughout the world today. Number 5, we have the ability to reason and understand through conversation, question, and thought. It helps innovate society through naturally creating critical thinking and common sense, then giving way to creativity and great potential, we can ultimately set the example for the world and for future generations during this non-invasive, natural calling of work that must be done. Number 6, we are all here for each other. People help the world go around. Number 7, by changing ourselves, we effectively change the world around us naturally as the result of manifested actions. Number 8, the truth waits for nobody and the answers are already present. We simply must align our actions to our desires and fulfill the requirements toward them. Despite there being many speculations upon NITA and the benefits that may come about, the motto puts this simply: the message is the mission is the message. The message is that nature is the answer. It's also you as the messenger. The mission is to understand truth and to unify all people. Nature is perhaps the most unifying as any one terminology. We all also could utilize the natural law, just like natural medicine, just like our ability to understand and reason and have consciousness as human beings. It's in our nature. To put this into an equation, you may say that by actively doing what's objectively right within your own life for seeking the truth, such equals you becoming a working or striving representation of the truth, the very thing you attract and could be recognized for, equals, as a whole, this constitutes the NITA quote-unquote movement. It relies on our movement of simply utilizing our born-given human nature to the extent that we use it when and where necessary, as intended in nature, utmost optimally for and in abidance to nature. Just imagine what could be done if we were to bring the hearts that care, the minds that know, and the guts to act. Of many to all people together. And we were to understand in knowing how to use it, given the understanding why we should. In short, understanding NITA itself isn't much harder than simply wanting to unify all people in open ideas while simply agreeing upon the foundation being the reasons why nature is the answer. The foundation is also considered the share sheet. To share with others. It's also known as the principles, also known as the fundamentals, also known as the sheet you see here. The share sheet takes everything you hear and see in this video into a simple sheet to share with fellow friends and family and neighbors and communities, preferably through your use of reasoning or one-on-one deliverance, that we all are fellow messengers among this greater mission. Ultimately, you are the movement. We all are the movement. If you want to do good in the world, or even want to know how to keep and share such good, there exists an answer. The message as the mission for the generations. Nature is the answer. By representing NITA, by using a flag, it helps represent our own presence as it may stand for itself so that we may stand for ourselves in efforts to help initiate conversation and help demonstrate unity through an innately righteous cause to all those around us. It is innately right or moral, being that it's in alignment with the natural law and seeks to harmonize with it. To finalize, we simply want to live our lives in peace, happily and healthy, with real lifelong sustainable change. Among the many fellow messengers, innately as guides, you may seek to be more of a fellow guide by understanding more of the world around us, seeking perspectives and knowledge of the natural law. If you seek to do this upon NITA and learning others, including myself, in our interpretations that see the great potential for change, please consider checking out the optional documentaries at www.nita.one/perspective and also going to www.nita.one/advanced. I encourage you to promote NITA peacefully and non-invasively, and in hopes to let it also inspire you to take on creative pursuits around the common, simple intention goals at hand. We can change the world now and for generations to come, forever, and we can do so naturally. Thank you for watching NITA.1. Any and all questions are appreciated. Let's create the conversation. This was created and narrated by myself, Cory, Edmund, Endrulat, a fellow messenger just like you. Thank you.